marketing side to it for me. So that was also us kind of like unveiling our membership program, same as you, $5 a month to get early access to our interviews and everything like that. And yeah, also then we got the Instagram back, which is probably the best thing that could have possibly happened to us from me making that video. So I explained it in the video, but am I personally going broke? No. I do porn. I have a very successful business called Plug Talk. I also, not a big spender. I've got plenty of money that I've stashed away over the years. A lot of people, I was watching academics react to that video, and he thinks I'm crazy because I don't got a Lamborghini and I don't have a $200,000 chain or whatever it is. I mean, I'm just not interested in that kind of stuff. So to me, I put the money away. You know, I very much look forward to the day where I'm sick of doing content and I can just ride off into the sunset and not think about paying the bills. So to me, it's like money is to be made to save. I don't really like think of, you know, I'm making money so I can purchase more stuff.
Yo. Adam22. Oh, why no jumper is going broke. Part 1. Play.
Alright, here we go. Adam22. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Happy to be here. How you doing, Vlad?
Hey, just did your show, and after doing your show by myself, an epic moment in independent hip-hop media history happened.
Seemed pretty good. Yeah, we had me, you, academics, Whack, Trapler Ross, and Remo all in one room for about 3.5 hours. And yeah, I don't know if I can think of a comparable collaboration where you had that many people with million subscriber plus channels all in one room as far as hip-hop goes at the very least.
Yeah, we're gonna show the photo right here. It's just a very dope photo because everyone in that room is cool, supporting each other, and people like, oh, so does everyone get to put that on their channel? And I'm like, nah, that was no jumper. I wouldn't even think to ask. Like, that's his thing. It was on his platform. He just happened to show up. But this is how cool it is. And you know, it's just nice to see what I've always thought was the best possible situation is all of us working together, none of us really competing with each other, because historically in media companies have always clashed with each other, which I always thought was stupid.
Right, you always put me onto that from very early on. If you have a new competitor, somebody who's doing similar content to you, reach out and embrace them when they're early in their journey, because, you know, there's just not a lot to be gained from conflict and having issues with people, but meanwhile, forming good relationships with people who are coming up in the space can help you out in the long run. And I think a lot of people, me, Ross, Ack, we all kind of look at you as kind of the godfather because you really saw how a lot of this shit was going to play out in the long run. And I think we're all thankful for our relationship with you, and I think that you're a
Sorry for the cursing.
model of how to approach that kind of thing, as opposed to a lot of people who are in more legacy media spots, especially these radio guys. I mean, they're just salty as fuck, and they don't want to see anybody win. They would have, when they see that picture, they're horrified because they realize that the way that they've done things has not really panned out. And then meanwhile, a lot of these independent content creators are willing to all get together and make content, you know?
Well, that picture was great, but unfortunately, No Jumper's going broke. So I guess that was the last hurrah at No Jumper Studios.
that was our last big hurrah. That's a fact.
Okay, now you and I had this conversation about this. So I have an interesting perspective on it, and I was kind of playing with it on Twitter. I was like, should I buy No Jumper? And I'm like, oh, finalizing the sale of No Jumper. What job should I give Adam? Because I knew the comments are going to be comedy.
A couple people hit me up. You need to fade Vlad for this. I'm like, that is not the appropriate conclusion for you to come to here. This is all fun and games.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even considering buying No Jumper. This was not a real serious conversation. Although a couple people did hit me. Like on the street, like, yo, are you really buying No Jumper? I'm like, no, I'm not really buying it. But there are some money problems at No Jumper.
But who knows?
Which you have revealed publicly. That was your choice.
Yeah, it's funny seeing people try to dunk on me where it's like, bro, I chose to share this with the world, so clearly I'm not too embarrassed about it. But yeah, I mean, I've always felt like I had a pretty genuine relationship with my audience where I try to tell them whatever I have going on, and unless it's something in which there are, serious consequences in relation to it, I just prefer to be honest with the audience. And when I look at the business now, it's like, okay, we're not in the same position that we were during the pandemic, and that's fine. And I just wanted to, open up to the audience about that. And there was a few different things that sort of has impacted us. Number one, we have a lawsuit from this disgruntled bitch-ass employee, which we're dealing with, which, that alone is not going to ruin our year or anything like that, but that's definitely been something that has been costing us a lot of money. We also lost our Instagram for about 7 months, but I do have to say, thanks to that big guy upstairs, we got it back 2 days after I made that video. We got the Instagram back, so that was definitely a consequence of making that video that I kind of foresaw.
Did an atheist just thank God for something? Interesting.
I actually thought that was sort of likely to happen if I got that many people aware of the fact that we lost our Instagram unfairly. I just felt like something good would come from it. So the fact that actually worked out was really nice. And then obviously buying the building, which, our mortgage is well over $20K a month, which I don't think was necessarily the best idea, but I had all these other revenue streams. Like at one point the YouTube was just going nuts, the Patreon was going crazy, etc. And
Wait, how much? Bring it back.
we lost our Instagram unfairly. I just felt like something good would come from it. So the fact that actually worked out was really nice. And then obviously buying the building, which, our mortgage is well over $20K a month, which I don't think was necessarily the best idea, but I had all these other revenue streams. Like at one point the YouTube was just going nuts, the Patreon was going crazy, etc. And buying a space that cost that much didn't seem like a bad idea. It didn't seem like it was something that could potentially hurt the business. I also felt like we were growing so much and scaling up that we needed more and more room to grow. After 3 years in the same space, it's just kind of more clear to me that I know what this business is now. There's only so much content that we're going to be able to produce that is going to be profitable. And as a result, we just don't need a space that big. And granted, okay, we have it, fine, it's an investment, but it would feel better to me to be in a space that was realistically, like the room we're in, maybe 2 of the rooms that we're in right now would be enough for me to get by on. And I've just seen that with a lot of businesses over the years where it really fucks them over when they decide that they want to overinvest into their space, etc. So revealed all that in the video, and I also, there's always a marketing side to it for me. So that was also us kind of like unveiling our membership program, same as you, $5 a month to get early access to our interviews and everything like that. And also then we got the Instagram back, which is probably the best thing that could have possibly happened to us from me making that video. So I explained it in the video, but am I personally going broke? No. I do porn. I have a very successful business called Plug Talk. I also, not a big spender. I've got plenty of money that I've stashed away over the years. A lot of people, I was watching academics react to that video, and he thinks I'm crazy because I don't got a Lamborghini and I don't have a $200,000 chain or whatever it is. I mean, I'm just not interested in that kind of stuff. So to me, I put the money away. I very much look forward to the day where I'm sick of doing content and I can just ride off into the sunset and not think about paying the bills. So to me, it's like money is to be made to save. I don't really think of, I'm making money so I can purchase more stuff. I don't have that desire for stuff. So as far as me, I was never worried. My girl was a little bit on the fence about me making that video because she obviously had people hitting her up left and right. Are you going to be okay? Is your kid going to be able to stay in private school, etc.? And it's like, my girl's looking at me like, you really want people to think you're broke? And I'm like, well, I didn't say I was broke. I said that No Jumper was going broke, which is different. If No Jumper loses money a couple months in a row, then No Jumper is going broke. That doesn't mean that No Jumper's
fucked for life. Doesn't mean that I'm fucked. Just means that this business,
no pun intended,
is going through some hardships, and we had to correct our course.
Okay, that was the end of that. Oh man. Yeah. I heard something similar when it comes to that podcast, Fresh and Fit. I think they were trying to say the same thing about them. And then I thought to myself, is that true? And then I watched it. That was like probably a year or so ago. I watched it and the guy said, no, we are not going broke. We just lost a bit of money on the podcast. It doesn't mean that we are individually going broke. And yeah, it's the same thing when people file for bankruptcy. It doesn't mean that they're going back to poverty. It's not going to happen. And then a lot of these people, regardless of what their come up story is, I don't believe they was ever in poverty anyways. But that's neither here or there. But I don't care. I don't care. That's just what I think. Some of these rappers talking about, oh man, I came from the bottom, whatever. Shoot, whole industry based on nepotism, if you ask me. This guy in the video, a lot of people may not believe it. I bet he related to about 10 or 20 rappers. And I know people will be like, no way, please. Either he related to them or family friend. Come on, man. All that junk hooked up. Come on, man. But anyways, yeah, he said they want to stick together and all that. Of course, you have to stick together. Most of the time when people stick together, you know why they stick together? For no good reason. Y'all remember the story of the Tower of Babel? I mean, the whole world stuck together? Was that for a good reason? I'm not implying anything. I'm just trying to think a little bit. Outside the box, you know? Outside the box. They ain't talking about the box in the background here. That box there? I ain't talking about that. Nah. I'm talking about that one right there. Even though it's not a box, but you get what I mean. So, and then there's a Bible verse, right, that says that Satan can't cast out Satan or something, right? Wasn't like a Bible verse about that? Evil can't cast out evil. Let me see, can I find that? I know I'm not tripping. Let me see. Type that in. Nah, man. I ain't looking for no movie or no show. Come on now. Hold up. I think I have it. Hold up. Did I find it? Let it load up. I'm not calling these guys evil, but I mean, what they do don't really stand for the Lord, do it? Just think about that. And then they both claim to be atheists. Him in the video and the other guy that's interviewing him. And then, see, it's a verse right here. He said, if Satan drives out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then can his kingdom stand? Simple. All those people in that room, hate to say it, they promote worldly activity. I forget who was in the room. They had Rack in there. They had DJ Academics. They had DJ Vladimir. They had DJ Adam22. If he's a DJ, I don't know. No, he's not a DJ. He's a actor. One of those adult actors. How the heck are you acting if you're feeling it? Never mind, man. I can't talk about that stuff. That stuff, man, that corrupt my soul talking about that. But I'm just saying, how is it acting if you're feeling it? I don't know, man. Fidget. Look. What else look? Okay, I agree with some of the things he was saying. Like he said that he didn't want to spend his money on a Lamborghini. That's smart. That's smart. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate doing that on Need for Speed. While playing that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit #2. That was on PS2. When I was a kid, I used to have all that freaking race money saved up. And I'm thinking, damn, I want to get me a Lamborghini. I get it. Just not even fast as I wanted it to be. I mean, it's fast, but it's heavy as heck. It's not as heavy as a muscle car, but I can't get around those corners like I want to. And I lose the race. I'm better off with a Corvette. It's not as fast, but it slides around those corners a lot easier. There's a lot of vehicle. We have more. We have one right here. This is Hebrews 13:5. Keep your life free from love of money, and be content with what you have. For he has said, I will never leave you, nor forsake you. So be happy with what you got, man. You know, 9 times out of 10, when you see like a big old company going bankrupt, they got to be greedy. Hate to say it, but I think that's what it is. It's probably not what it is 9 out of 10 other times. Probably not even 9.5 out of 10 other times, but at least 7 out of 10. At least 7 out of 10. We have another one. We have 1 Timothy 6:17 through 19. English Standard Version. Let's see what this says. As for the rich in this present age, charge them not to be haughty. I think haughty means prideful. Nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches. So don't put your hope in all that paper. I see how my man was talking about riding into the sunset. Tomorrow ain't promised, man. You know, you might as well serve the Lord, dog. But I know it's hard. Damn near impossible to leave that lifestyle behind. This man probably have like, shoot, how many mistresses he's probably got? I don't know if he have as many mistresses as King Solomon. Probably do. You know what I'm saying? But then King Solomon didn't have mistresses. He had concubines. That's different. Those concubines is still basically your girlfriend, basically. That don't fly in the new covenant, by the way. Even though a lot of cats do that. They have a wife, have a girlfriend on the side. Like Pinky. Like Pinky and next Friday. But on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy, they are to do good, to be rich in good works. So it's better to be rich in your works than to be rich in your pocket. That's all it is to it. To be generous and ready to share. And yeah, he been sharing in a generous way, Mr. Adam. But some things he didn't have to share. Like those videos that he be putting out. And that so-called talk show he have on the side. With all those harlots and freaking prostitutes and whatever the heck you want to call them. It's up to you on whichever way you want to see it. See it the best way you see fit. Thus storing up treasure for themselves as a good foundation for the future. So you store up treasures for yourself when you put in that work for the Lord, man. See, my man think he storing up treasures. That's what he said in the video, that he's basically storing up his riches. But that's not going to last. Because the whole world is going to pass away. And I remember J Hood told him much more than what I'm saying here. You know, may the Lord bless him. Seemed like he's like the only guy that I saw up there that was trying to tell this guy about the word. And I think Cap Z is what I call him. Captain Tazariak. Did I get his name right? Cap Z and J Hood, the only 2 dudes I saw up there trying to tell this guy. Ruslan too. Ruslan. I gotta give Ruslan his credit too. All 3 of those guys, they probably have different. Well, I wouldn't say different. All 3 follow scripture. Not the same exact way, but scripture never said that we needed to follow it the same way, did it? Maybe it did. Maybe I forgot. I'm not done with this. Hold up. Where was I at? Let me start at 19. Thus storing up treasure for themselves as a good foundation for the future, so that they may take hold of that which is truly life. What's truly life? Being with Christ. Because if you're not with Christ, because some people think that there's probably a middle ground to this. Oh, I don't have to go with Christ in the afterlife. I can just go somewhere else. There's nowhere else to go but the underworld, okay? But Hades, there's no other place to go. So you might want to get right with the Lord Almighty, man. You know? I know a lot of folks told Adam, man. I'm sure some folks told Mr. Vladimir too. I know these guys, they are providing for their families, which is a godly thing. So at least they got that right. You providing for your family is a godly thing, because scriptures say if you don't provide for your family, it's kind of, no, it didn't say kinda. It said you're worse than a non-believer if you don't provide for your family, right? So they provided for their families. That's respectable. But the way they're going about it, man, they are spreading a whole lot of evil out there. And then the cats come on talking about this, talking about that. I don't know, man. It's ugly. But hey, but I know what they would say. Oh man, we helping these guys get them out of the street. Out of the street, I meant to say. Which is true. You help getting them out of the street. That's to be commended. But a lot of people gonna say to the Lord in the end, though, they did so many good works. But he gonna say, I never knew you. Because you allowed these guys to come up there, bring forth evil out their mouths. I know a lot of people, they think you can only be judged by your actions when it comes to the Lord. No, we're going to judge you by what's coming out of your mouth too. So you're allowing people up there to promote music that's causing people to have murder in their hearts. It's already blood on your hands. With that Ezekiel 3:18, warn the wicked, otherwise blood is on your hand. Sure. I know they may be like, damn, dude, why you even over here for though? You broke. You ashy. You can't even grow a beard. Hey, it doesn't change the facts, man. It doesn't change it, man. Ecclesiastes 5:10, New International Version. Verse 10. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. It means nothing. Okay? My man talking about, oh man, I want to go on the sunset and all that. Okay, let's say you do go into the sunset. You know, eventually the Lord still get you back, right? You know, a lot of people have been saying for years, months, they've been saying, oh man, his kid's going to suffer because of what he's doing. It might just happen. I don't want it to happen, but hey, it might just happen. If they find out. And these days, oh man, the internet is wild, man. They might find out just by playing a little game on their little tablet or their computer. Or I want to play Minecraft, or what's the other one? Roblox. Isn't that how Saint Rest found out about what his mom, Kim Kardashian West, was doing? Or formerly Kim Kardashian West? Wasn't he on Minecraft or something? And somebody put up like naked photos of her or something. He was laughing about it. But it's like they say, same things make you laugh, make you cry, man. Sad stuff, man. It didn't have to go down like that. It didn't have to go down like that. But it does, and it does all the time. I'm happy that he isn't going broke, right? He can still provide for his family. But it's not too late to just turn away from the way he's providing, though. That's blood money, yo. That's blood money. I know people say, dude, he's getting legitimate money. He's making money doing something that's legitimate. Still don't make it moral. Still don't make it godly. Strippers, they make money legitimately too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Meanwhile, the weed man get flipped and dipped. Man, with no chips. Man, come on, man. Hold up. Let me see. There's another one. Wait. Oh, yeah, I already read this one. I'll read it again, though. In a different version. Let's go to the hard to read version. What is that? People love that one. King James Bible. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 26. And it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? How should it stand, man? I'm surprised that those bigger corporations were competing. Or was they? That could be a lie. They was probably never competing. They probably just made it look like they competed so they can make more money. Because they can do that too if they wanted to. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I don't want to make this video too long. Do y'all care about him going broke? Do you want him to go broke? Do you want him to turn to God? Or D, none of the above? You don't care whatsoever. I might forget this question. Should I put it in the comment section? Or put it on one of those poll things? That, you know, the poll things on the post tab. I gotta see how I do that. I don't really do that too much, so I kind of don't know how to do it. I'm about to be out of this mode, man. May peace be upon you all. John 3:36, John 14:6, forever. Yeah, and blessings to you all.